Hi, it's Lizanne. I'm here today. It has been an interesting weekend and the past few days. I don't know if you've been feeling the energies. It's like anticipation, or it's excitement sometimes, and sometimes it's oh, what's going to happen? What can I do to get ready? There's a lot going on in the world at the moment. I wanted to do a card reading for you for this week. I might do that shortly, but I do want to make sure that I give out the message of what we need right now, to stay in the light and to not give in to fear, no matter what's going to happen in the next week or so. This is a very powerful, important week in the history of humanity. And I'm sure you've heard some things in mainstream media, and some things if you watch alternative media, or real news, they call it. I'm sure that you've been trying to keep up to date with things going on around the world. So at this moment, it's super important for those of you who know me or have been to my shop, or watched my videos or heard the kinds of things that I relate to people. It is imperative now at this time that you take any moment you have to meditate, to bring in light to your physical, emotional, spiritual body, to imagine the world's grid filled with light, to imagine light touching the souls of those who are hopeless and those who are in conflict, to give them hope. It's imperative that you share all that you can. Make donations to get rid of things you don't need. That also helps clean your energy if you do it on a physical plane as well. So if you have things in your home that you don't need, put them aside, give them away to charity. There's a wonderful charity in Sudbury that's donating things. I know that they need boots. I know that they need silverware. Many people are going homeless in our city and around the world, due to lockdowns, loss of jobs, evictions, and not being able to pay their rent. And so this is a growing issue. And there's an organization in Sudbury, it's called Hope for Sudbury, and you can drop off donations to that association. I have a drop-off spot here at my shop. So yeah, like I said, they really need boots, men's boots, warm boots. They need silverware, bedding, things like that, sleeping bags, whatever you're not using. And we need people to not bring summer and spring clothes at the moment. It is cold outside. On that note, I mean, lots of us are just a paycheck away from being in those situations. It's not our place to judge those people that are in that situation. Many small businesses are being shut down and can't reopen, so that means job loss and difficulty. So anyways, we know all that. So our job as light workers is to keep the light going, to keep hope, to help people rise above fear. And so you can only do that if you start with yourself. So starting with yourself, you need to work on your chakra system, the lower chakras, the root, sacral, solar plex and heart centers, they need to be cleared. And so if you can do as much meditation as you can on those centers and have them be cleared, bring in light to those centers, because we don't want to be emitting anything out of those centers. We want to be working out of high heart, out of your throat center, your third eye, and your crown. Those are key. If you can't work out of high heart, it will be very hard to go through these changes that are coming, that are already happening all over the world. We are moving in the photon belt. More light is coming in. So, get outside and, open yourself to the sunlight and bring in the light. Even when the full moon is out, go out in full moon and fill your bodies with light energy. It's super important at this time. Make sure that you have connections with like-minded people, that you know how to get a hold of them without depending on social media and your phones and that kind of thing. Always be prepared. Have, a good supply of water, candles, somewhere to go if you get cold. It's really important that you have that, even if these things don't come to pass. It's important to be ready to be able to see different timelines. We are multidimensional, and the masses lead where 3D is going. And so just see the different timelines. Don't be blind to them. Don't try to ignore them. Just see them for what they can be, and just be prepared for anything. I mean, that's probably the best advice that I can give. I know that a lot of the spiritual community is always looking at light, love, and positive thought, and the law of attraction. However, we are in the world, I don't like the term, we're all in this together. We are vibrating with lower frequency beings as well as higher frequency beings, and it's important to keep your frequency up and keep yourself prepared for anything. I can give more information about your chakra system and moving into high heart. If you're interested, you can always contact me. So let's read some cards. So I took out the animal cards. They're the ones that were talking to me this morning. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle them, and I'm going to ask my guides for a number, which is 3. And we're going to see what's coming up for this week. Okay, so I got my 3 cards. I'm just going to put on my glasses, and I'll show you the cards. There they are, 3 cards. I'll probably put this a bit lower. And we'll go ahead and read those cards. Sorry, gotta fix my shirt. Okay, so the first card that we got is Gorilla. Gorillas are very family-oriented and protective, and this is the strong male, the silverback, that takes care of its family. And so this card is telling you to listen compassionately to your family members. So I know that there's lots of conflict in family situations regarding belief systems, and a lot of division has been created because of the situation that we're dealing with. And so, it's important for you to listen to where people are at, and to respect where they're at. They are vibrating at a certain frequency, And you can't force people awake. So you need to take the time to listen, be compassionate, pay attention to where they're at and what they can absorb, and then only give them that. You know, we don't need to go around and convince people of our own beliefs. So yeah, that's the gorilla. The panda, so exactly what I was just saying a while ago, is to make sure you have a sacred space set up in your home. Make sure that you meditate, that you take time to take care of your spirituality, however you do that. If you go outside, if you take a bath, if you just meditate for 5 minutes, take a break from a conversation, and just sit down and gather yourself. But to do that work is really important this week. So make yourself a space, make yourself time in your schedule to take care of the spiritual intuition that you will receive this week. And then we have the chameleon. So this is a good one. So this is talking about how you want to blend in. You don't want to stand out and be too much out there. You want to be blending it in so that you can see what's going on in different circles wherever you go. So you're going to be in the background and you're going to adapt to the situations that are coming up. You can't really control the events that are coming up, but don't get too entrenched into them. So you're like the chameleon, you're watching it play out, basically. And then that way you can make better decisions if you're not too involved in the situations. So those are the cards for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great week. Thank you. Miigwech.